to this week's 20-minute black workout with the theme this week being black and white. The two black workouts are similar and the two white workouts are similar, and then they're perfect complements to each other. So no matter what workout you're doing, you're still hitting all your body parts, and then you hit them differently in both the workout styles. So I hope you can get to all of them this week. If not, it doesn't matter what workouts you get to, you're still gonna work your full trophy body. And then of course, Stephanie's super fun 50-minute workout is on trophy point. So let's go ahead and get started with today's class. I do wanna say that we are gonna be adding in the 4-minute formula in this 20-minute class this week and in the white 20-minute class. So we get to have that fun 4-minute formula, and we're gonna be doing the core formula where we're gonna be doing the front kicks, side kicks, back kicks, and hacky sack with the added arms. And so I'm super stoked about that. So let's have some fun and let's get this 20-minute trophy show on the road. Right when we start, let's get into our hip twists, and then we can modify our pace as needed for our energy levels for the moment. And if our energy shifts through class, then so be it. We'll go with our flow. Let's relax into our poise and posture and start to feel what we're stretching and what we're strengthening. We're coming up on the balls of the feet here, so grab those calves for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do some hip thrusting here. So really grab the balls of the feet into your mat and then smoothly hip thrust to really loosen up your lower back and also stretch out your core. Perfect. The more smooth and slow motion we feel in our mind and body, the more symmetry we can work into, and then of course, the more mind to muscle connection we can work into. Let's lower our bounce and do a nice swan dive, reaching out all the way up, hook at the top, pull up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reach all the way out and down. Hold at the bottom diagonal for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then relax. Turn to the side and hunch your upper back and bob your lower legs, and then start to hang down. You're welcome to take yourself down with your handlebar. Put your palms on your rim of your rebounder and then work into the backs of your legs. Super easy. You're welcome to shift your weight around in your feet to work into new areas in your calves and hamstrings, knees, and ankles. And then let's lower our upper body just a little bit more and then come back up. Perfect. Relax here. Bring your bounce up. Let's get into a rock and do some upper body compass moves. And so I want you to feel your arms getting more flexible and also your core getting more flexible. This is a very core heavy move. And so stay focused here and then work your symmetry right over the middle of the center of your mat and the center of your body. Let's go ahead and pull the elbows behind us, palms up, and then open the chest for open heart. Your eyes are relaxed, teeth are closed, and then you stay nice and centered here. Let's go ahead and hunch the upper back, and then we're reaching forward, getting that nice upper back stretch, feeling nice and pulled in here in our core. And then let's go ahead and switch to selfie. Rock the shoulders up and let your arms reach down. Perfect. Let's do some all around the world kicking to stretch the legs and the hips. 2 mid bounces. Pull your feet up and feel your backs of your legs stretching and also your core stabilizing. Staying very still here except for the up and down. Let's go ahead and switch to side kicks. Reach out. Feel free to point your toes. If you're getting deeper into your hips and inner thighs, and you can pull your leg out with the lift. I love doing that. Excellent. Let's do a low back kick. Easy done. Anytime you can add or subtract mid bounces, You know your flow. You know if you like to work faster or slower. So you can get your reps in and stay in your nose breathing zone. Let's do some hacky sacks. Pulling the heels up, stretching into the hips very deeply, and then stabilizing in the core. Perfect. We're gonna do some can kicks next. So lift and then kick. Lift up, get a little inner thigh stretch. Lift and kick. Beautiful. If you're going slower or faster, that's fine. 2 more. Last one. And now let's do some quad kicks. Pull your heels up and stretch into your beautiful trophy quads. Feeling the connection with the bottom of the bounce. You push your knee down, stay upright, feel that full quad stretch. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and relax. And then for 3 minutes, we're gonna hit 6 moves 2 times through for 15 seconds each. We want activation, battle ropes. Here we go. So pull your arms back tight, hold here, and then throw the ropes down. You've only got 15 seconds. We will do it twice through, so do your best each round. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Now squeeze the glutes and keep them squeezed and hold, making every bounce count. So you're tucked in, hitting your heels into your resistance mat. 2 and 1. Let's get to walking. Put your hands on your waist and hold this power pose. We want to stay nice and still here with that glazed look, teeth closed, and then push into your resistance mat with your beautiful quads. Now let's reach our hands out and up and get into a beautiful dive hold. If you need less activation, just stand up a little taller and keep going. Let's go ahead and drop our hands to our shoulders, and then let's lift our elbows up and back just enough to open our chest, activating our upper back and lats. We can flare our lats here with a squeeze. Perfect. Get into a health bounce, get into a W hold bicep curl here, pulling your arms in tight and let your arms pump down. Excellent. 5, 4, 3, biceps, 2, and 1. Perfect. Battle ropes again. So round 2, I want activation. Keep your arms tight and then throw down, feeling activation through your full arms. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Glute squeeze. Every bounce counts. Pick up those toes if you have to. Get into those heels and dig into your buns. Excellent. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and walk. Waist hold, power hold here. You can also pull your elbows back a little bit for a new position, and then stay still and push into your resistance mat. Excellent. Let's go ahead and get into that dive hold here. The lower you are, the more activation you get. And the faster you move, the more activation you get. Excellent. Let's go ahead and drop to the shoulders and then pull those elbows back, chest open, relaxed, no neck tension, just upper back activation. Beautiful. 3, 2, W hold is next. Get it for 7 seconds, and then we're gonna jog for 7 seconds, pulling the elbows back. Let's go ahead and jog. Pull those elbows back, perfect form for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Health bounce. Let's take a little breather, and then let's do our 4-minute formula. So front kicks are the first move, and then you have the option to do 2 mid bounces, 1 mid bounce, or even 3 mid bounces. And then you also want to be doing the toe touching. So you can hold your handlebar, and then you can let go for the crossover. You can also have your hands up in a loose dive and then touch down and do your toe touches. And if you don't want to have your hands all the way up, you can just have your hands right in front of you to be ready for that toe touch and hold your balance. And then pick your amount of mid bounces to stay in your nose breathing zone. Be with your breath. Breathe calmly and smoothly. And then let's push our endurance. All right, 3, 2, side kicks are next. With the side kicks, we lift and stretch. Working symmetry, feeling the stretching in our obliques, inner thighs, hips, and core. Perfect. Front and back of the core, poise all the way through the jawline. And then again, you can go mini lifts, and you can also add or subtract the mid bounces. Now just be with your calm breath. You want to manage your breath at all costs. So modify your moves to manage your breath. And if you're working into higher levels of fitness, you'll be able to go faster and still manage your breath just fine. We work our way up to that. Beautiful. We're going to do our back kicks in 3, 2, and 1. So when we do the back kicks, try to keep your chest square forward, and then just make it easy. Do a little lift back and a little push forward. And then as you get more and more into it, you're welcome to stretch a little farther, kick a little farther back. You can pick your heel up if you want and get more into your quads. I like to just kick back and not do too much quad activation, but sometimes I get the quad activation. I want a stretch through my flat core because we're working it in a flat position. And we're working the lower back as well. And the lats. And we can do babies. We can do mini babies. Here. All right, excellent. We're going to do hacky sack in 3, and 2, and 1. So twist it up and get that feeling in your hips and your core. We're working the crisscross right through the center of the core, but also hip flexibility. So it doesn't matter if we're getting light activation. We just want a little feeling through the core and the hips. We be here with our breath, and then we get comfortable with that silence, just us and our breath. It's a form of meditation, and if we're in control, then we feel good and empowered. Occasionally, we can let ourselves push, but it's good to feel in control. All right, back to the top for the second round. Let's go ahead and do our front kicks, however you want to do them. 1, 2, 3 mid bounces, with or without a dive. If you do have a dive and you're going for the full effect, I want that arch in your back just enough to have your chest up nice and high. Even if you're doing minis, you can still do a little arch in your back, chest up. Core focus now. We're keeping still and balanced through our core muscles. And then we're trying to improve flexibility by kicking a little higher over time. And using our core to accomplish that. Excellent job. Side kicks are next in 2 and 1. Lift it up and stretch. Feeling your balance and your symmetry in your body. Very aerobics movement, very gymnastics. Feel your flow. Go at a pace that makes you feel flexible and strong. I like to slow down time whenever I can. And then I can extend my stretch just a hair because my mind is slow enough to be there in that present moment. Excellent. then I can work on better and better and better form. All right, back kicks in 3, 2, and 1. Kick back and push forward and see how you go. I notice that I'm standing more back on my mat with these back kicks and front pushes, and that helps me to just keep my chest facing forward and then better balance over my handlebar. Very core focused. It's like you're doing a Superman. And just for a moment, you're in a full resistance stretch. Beautiful. Keeping the breath nice and calm. If we ever feel like we're over breathing, that's the perfect time to just bring our breath down even more. 2 and 1. Let's do our hacky sacks. That's the beauty with keeping our intensity down, is that we can start to say, hey, am I breathing the right amount for what I need? Because we don't need to overbreathe. We actually want to start working into just meeting our oxygen needs for our muscles, because then we keep our bodies even calmer. Overbreathing just starts to push a little bit more work than we need to be exerting. It gets real quiet when we're with our breath. And you can think, hey, I don't need as much air as I thought. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right, back to the top for one last 4-minute formula. Class is accomplished, done, complete. Here we go. Feel free to change up your speed if you're feeling frisky. What I'll do is go down to 1 mid bounce at the 30. In case you want to join me. Otherwise, you're welcome to do 1 mid bounce for the whole minute, or just stick with right where you're at, or even reduce speed. As long as you're still getting your reps in, then you're totally crushing it. All right, now I'm going to switch to 1 mid bounce, just for a little extra push. Core, core, core. Staying nice and balanced with relaxed eyes. Teeth are closed. Beautiful job. Side kicks in 3, 2, and 1. Feeling those obliques. Lifting your legs up, and then getting that nice stretch through your lats and shoulders. Beautiful. We'll go down to 1 mid bounce in 3, 2, and 1. Stay still. Look at one spot if you can. Either looking at me or looking at the ground, or looking straight ahead of you. I find the best balance looking down. About 8 feet in front of me. Maybe I should put a little picture of a cat or a dog down there. That'd be nice to look at. All right, 3, 2, and back kicks. Here we go. Supermans. I'm gonna have to name them Supermans. Super trophies, Superwoman. It's all of it, all of the above. Core, core, core. So that nice stretch through the core. All right, ready to pick it up to the 1 mid bounce in 2 and 1. Here we go. It is easier to balance with 1 mid bounce. So if you like to roll with 1 mid bounce through through that whole set. Next time you do this 4-minute formula in one of the other classes, feel free. Your heart rate will go up. You got to manage it the best you can. All right, hacky sacks. Here we go. And you do that. You know how to do that. You just modify your movement so that you're not stretching and squeezing as hard or reaching or kicking. And then just breathe like a machine, like an accordion, and just push endurance. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's just go one hair faster. Getting that crisscross applesauce right through our trophy core. Calm the breath, finishing strong, right into the present moment. Beautiful job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I like to finish with some calf pumps. You can add a mid-bounce between calf pumps. You can also just push calf pumps with no mid-bounces. And then I like to roll underneath the pinkies, roll underneath the middle of the feet, the toes, and then roll up to underneath the big toes. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, drop down and come down to an easy stop. Perfect. Excellent job, trophies. We totally smashed this workout. I'm so proud of you. I'll see you in your next trophy workout, or Trophy Steffi will see you in your next trophy workout. Have a fantastic rest of your trophy day, and lots of love to you. Mwah. Bye-bye.